President Obama is headed to Nashville in just a few hours. He'll be speaking about the Affordable Care Act at Taylor Stratton Elementary School up in Madison, and that's where we find News Channel 5's Cuthbert Langley this morning. The president's second visit to Music City in this year, I guess, right, Cuthbert?
Steve, yes. The first time he was here, he talked about immigration, and now today the president is expected to be talking, as you said, about health care. We're not expecting any big sweeping proposals or anything to come down like that. It's mostly the president just speaking with about 70 or so people inside of the elementary school. You see these barricades already set up behind me. Now, as I said, this is a health care discussion today, and this comes on the heels of a major win for the Obama administration. The Supreme Court, of course, ruling last week that a major part of President's Health Care Act, the Affordable Care Act, is constitutional. The president will be talking with Tennessee in particular because they haven't expanded Medicaid under Obamacare, as it's also known, but they say the state still has managed to reduce costs, and that's something the president is interested in. They really want to focus on what Tennessee is doing to improve health care at a lower cost. Perhaps ensure Tennessee will be brought up today. Who knows? But of course, we will have complete coverage all day long of this event. We will be streaming President Obama's remarks live on newschannel5.com, and we will also carry those remarks live on News Channel 5 as well. Now, the time frame for today, the specific time when he's expected to talk, is not being released, obviously, for security reasons, but about 120 or 125 Metro police officers will be on hand to help with President Obama's speech today. Again, you see these barricades behind me. They are expecting a lot of crowds outside of this elementary school today. And of course, as soon as Air Force One lands and they bring the president here just off of Old Hickory here in Madison, we could expect traffic delays, or we will expect traffic delays. But again, the time frame of that is still unclear at this point. We're live here in Madison this morning. I'm Cuthbert Langley, News Channel 5 HD.
All right, Cuthbert, thank you very much. And more breaking news: the man accused of killing a teen at a North Nashville nightclub is now behind bars. Matthew Torres is live for us outside of the Metro Jail with more on this. Matthew, good morning. How did police track this guy down?
Well, police were able to track him down through the help of the witnesses who were actually inside the club at the time of the shooting. Those witnesses told police they were able to confirm and identify the suspect through a photo lineup. And this morning, 19-year-old Christian Evans is now in jail, charged with criminal homicide. He was arrested last night by the SWAT team officers after police were able to obtain that murder warrant. Police say he shot another teenager, 17-year-old Brandon Williams, inside the Kilimanjaro nightclub in North Nashville late last month. The victim was sent to the hospital where he later died. No word yet, though, on what may have led up to the shooting. Now, get this, just days before, Evans was convicted of felony aggravated assault, and he received a 3-year probated sentence for that. Now, he was booked in just a few hours ago, really before 1 o'clock this morning, where he is being held without bond pending a hearing. And according to court documents, he is expected to appear in court tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. We are live at the Criminal Justice Center. I'm Matthew Torres, News Channel 5 HD.
Matthew, thank you. 10 years after her 5-month-old died, a Nashville mom is now charged with that infant's murder. Shalonda Weems, pictured here, was arrested yesterday after the investigation into her daughter's death was reactivated. Still don't know why it was, however. Karma Weems died from extreme malnutrition and dehydration back in 2005. Weems is now charged with first-degree murder and aggravated child neglect. New details about the arrest of an accused killer from Warren County. Police found Brian Cook naked and unresponsive in a hotel room in Jacksonville, Florida, early yesterday morning. He's accused of killing his in-laws at their home in McMinnville on Monday and then taking off, heading south in their Jeep. No word on when he'll be brought back to Tennessee. 3 convicted felons are back behind bars after getting busted during an undercover drug sting. Mount Juliet police say the trio here tried to buy marijuana to distribute in the Nashville area. They were arrested while they were trying to separately purchase 100 pounds of pot at the Just Box It storage facility. James Jordan, Wayford DeMumberan, and Christopher Crockett all facing multiple charges this morning. Well, it is July the 1st. That means several new laws will be taking effect today across Tennessee. One of the laws bumps up the fine pretty big time for those of you driving without proof of insurance. It's now $300, not $100. A couple of controversial abortion laws now on the books. One, as you see right there, requiring a 48-hour waiting period before the procedure. Another requiring facilities meet surgical center standards. That law is currently at the center of a federal lawsuit. Hey, some big changes are coming for Lower Broadway, expected to make it a lot easier to walk around down there. Metro Public Works will be starting a pilot program to add 8 feet of space for pedestrians from 1st Avenue up to 5th Avenue along Lower Broadway. They'll put up the barricades and do away with street parking to make extra room for traveling folks walking up and down. The next lane will be a dedicated loading zone and then 2 lanes of traffic in both directions.
Traffic counts show that'll still work, but that's why we're calling it a pilot. We're going to redo all these numbers, we're going to take some video, do some counts, and at the end of 60 days, 90 days, we're going to evaluate whether this worked, didn't work, whether it needs tweaking.
Sounds like a plan. The barricades could go up in less than 2 weeks, and they'll stay there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for about 3 months. All right, an unusual sight in the sky. The smoke has caused the moon to look a reddish color. The smoke coming from those wildfires we spoke of. This is from our HD Skycam last night. And here's one from Brentwood. Viewer Claudia sent this in to I Contribute. And here's another one. Connie Wilson sent this one in, a great shot of the moon there. If you'd like to share your photos with us, you can send them to our Facebook page or email them to icontribute@newschannel5.com.